Hey guys, it's Sean Zing, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. This is live number 100 on the year, and I do this to help you grow your business, to help you take your business to the next level. I don't want you just to sit back, relax, and just listen to us and let it go in one ear and out the other. We actually want you to implement and take action from some of the ideas, the tips, the strategies that we talk about today to take your business to the next level. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. YouTube.com. Actually, it's /C/Connection Machine. We're going to also check out webtalk.co, another social media platform that you can definitely take your business to another level. I want to bring on my guests. Without further ado, we have Mark Kelber. How are you?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Matthew Cabana. How are you?
Home Guard Home Inspection. Going to drop some knowledge on you today.
Yes, we are. It's going to be a fun time today. And when we're doing our little intros, and I know Mark's going to talk more and Matt's going to talk, go into whatever you guys are doing, whatever you're focusing on, please let my viewers know, and also Matt and Mark's viewers understand what we're all doing today. Go ahead, Mark.
We're just here I think we're going to talk about, networking today, how we generate leads. For me, it's just consistency all the time. So, most of my leads and business come organically. A lot of organic leads. I don't pay for much. So, networking is a huge part of your business.
And before we even get into those, tell us more about what you're doing as far as home inspections.
So basically, I'm a one-stop shop for home inspections. I took this business, started about 1.5 years ago. I built it from the ground up, and, through my networking and through all that stuff, I've been quite successful. I've actually been able to start another sister company up, Home Guard Home Services. So I broke out just from the home inspection mold and took it a little step further. Now we're offering other services, remediation services, all that stuff. So that's trying to multitask here, get as much income flow as we can.
Got to have those, different channels, different funnels, what have you. So that's awesome. I appreciate you taking some time out of your day today. And Matt, Who are you? What do you do?
Who am I? What do I do? It depends on the day. So I've been an active real estate broker in the state of New Hampshire since 1996. So going on 25 years with that. Manage and mentor about 40 agents up here. My wife and I bought and run a historic inn and bed and breakfast in Temple, which is our hometown. We did that to both preserve the building and the business for the town, and as a real estate investment, because you need to have multiple sources of income if you ever want to be able to kind of retire in this business. And then, born of COVID this year, created a web-based platform called Explore Monadnock, XPLORE Monadnock. It's all based on local business and businesses, hyper local. Born of COVID, people are coming here, Southern New Hampshire. They love it. They have no idea how it really is, and that's what this Explore Monadnock is all about. Network. We've got home inspection here. I've got restaurants, do all those things. So depends on what day. Depends on what day. What do I do?
You got all kinds of things going on, and I appreciate you taking some time out of your day. And it's funny how people think they can't take time out of their day to actually drop value. This is important today, to give value, educate, give information to people so that they can learn from you, not just to sit there and say, use me for my services. So that's why I like doing these, having conversations. We've had major calls, we've had text messages, we've had messengers, but we've never met in person. All three of us have never met in person. And I feel like I know you guys already. And this is how beautiful, as far as having the ability to do these video calls, you get to know each other. You get to know now mannerisms. You can see who each other looks like. And then it helps us recommend each other going out. And for those that are watching right now, #live, if you're watching on, live, if you're on the replay, #replay. But also, I want to remind you guys, I can do insurance anywhere in the country. I've focused in New Jersey, but this beautiful thing called social media allows me to really spread my wings and really help more people. And that's what we're all about. This whole group here is helping others. It's not just selling things, it's helping others first. And that's where we get our value for. So yes, we're going to talk about a few things today. Mark was talking about network online, lead generation, and non-negotiables. Let's talk about non-negotiables and what are some things that you need to do to make your day successful. It could be one or two things that you want to share with us. And those that are watching, please, if you want to take out a piece of paper and jot some notes down, because I know you're going to see some golden nuggets of information. We'll start with Matt, and then we'll go to Mark with non-negotiables that you have in your day.
Just connecting with people, and that can be anywhere. It can be on social media. It can be, I talked about this Explore Monadnock. It's based on a local mountain, Mount Monadnock, the second most climbed mountain in the world, which is here in southwestern New Hampshire. I walk with a boatload of cards in my pocket. And most of the time there's people that are coming here that I've either never been here before or they've been here a couple of times, and I can always see their face. And, the first question is, where are you guys from? And they're from all over, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, California, all over. And I'd say, hey, you want any tips or pointers? Or I'll say, hey, do you know you're walking on history? And then start telling them about Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau, who came here and were drawn to this mountain. And it just opens up these conversations and connections. And you never know. Be present, listen. Two of these, one of these, ask a question and then let them talk. And I've made more connections, in the middle of the woods on these trails than any other place. I mean, so it can happen anywhere, anytime. Don't be afraid to talk to people.
Yeah, just actually have those conversations. So true, Matt. Thanks so much. Mark, what is your non-negotiables that you have?
Sean, for me, I would have to say just being consistent, whether it's, on social media, posting every day, putting your business out there. If you don't, you become irrelevant. If you're the guy that's posting every day or just putting your stuff out there, just a little reminder of who you are every day to people, it's going to go so far. I mean, honestly, if you're not consistent, you're going to become irrelevant. And that's the best knowledge I could say, is just being consistent in what you do.
I agree 100% being consistent. That's why I've done so much video and I do so much social media, strategies, and I want to have engagement because yes, if you're not continuously doing it, they're going to forget about you. And it could be done with paid advertising. It could be done organically. That's the way I have developed my business. It takes some time. A lot of people think, oh, you do all these videos. I'm going to start doing video. I'm going to get all these leads. It took 6 months of me consistently dropping continuously, valuable content, teaching others. And then it started opening up the floodgates. Just doing a couple of videos is not going to open up floodgates for your leads. I don't care, even if you're paying for it, it's not going to open it up, but it will help you build your brand. A non-negotiable for me is every phone call that I have. If I'm friends with somebody on Facebook, I always do a grateful text or a grateful post. Thanks so much, Mark, or thanks so much, Matt, for the conversation. I always call a connection conversation or a connection call. Mm-hmm. And what I also have you connected with this person. Why? I just gained some value on that phone call with whoever I was on the phone call with, but I also want them to get into my community. So I'm helping others first. Matt, what's your cat's name?
She's gone, Shyla. I was waiting for that to happen. And here she is because she just fought with the other cat.
They want to get on their little cameos. That's awesome. Yeah, it's something that you want to consistently do, and I preach that consistently all the time. You have to do that to make things happen. So this is why I do these lives consistently. I've done 100. I've done 54 last year before Facebook shut down. We used to do this. You could do it with 2 people without being in the same room. Now you can't do that anymore since November of last year. And it's a shame that Zuckerberg took it away, but now this is the ability to use a broadcasting company like StreamYard. You can make it happen. I like this better than Zoom because you have different things you can play around with. So that's something I'm glad you guys do. And fitness is a big thing in all of our worlds as well, right? I know, Mark, you're doing some stuff. Matt, how important is fitness to you, Mark?
For me, I mean, it's everything. It's my outlet to, I wake up, I go train, I feel good through the day. Just being in good shape is, it's good for the mind and the soul. It's a confidence booster. People look at you like, hey, this guy puts passion into taking care of himself. Maybe he's just as passionate about his business and other things he does.
I agree. And what about you, Matt?
Same thing. I mean, if you're not feeling good physically, you're not going to feel good mentally. It's going to come across that way. So if you take care of the body and the mind and the soul, that is just going to make you better in business with your people. There's a direct correlation with how you feel and what you do to keep yourself healthy and how healthy your business is and how you treat your business and other people. So, if you don't feel good physically, it's going to come across to people, but what if you are taking care of yourself, getting the right amount of sleep, eating right, exercising, you shine, you see it all the time and people can transform, I got some before and afters for 2 years that it's like, whoa, I was not looking good. I wasn't healthy in many ways. And then when I got healthy, started getting healthy, hiking, doing all that stuff, other things come together too. So it's good.
Oh yeah, the transformations are so key. I actually went on my own transformation. It's still happening. I love working out. I'm not even going to the gym. I work out in my garage, and I have phenomenal results-driven programs that I've seen, and I lost 25, 28 pounds already. I'm feeling better than I've ever felt before, and it gives you more energy to get through your day and to be consistent. I actually had to change my schedule. I used to work out in the morning. I love working out in the morning, but now being with the new sleep schedule with a newborn, I am like dead tired in the morning. Like, no way, not happening. So 8 o'clock at night gets me pumped up. I'm going to be up anyway. I'll get a workout in. So it's been awesome. In my boat, you need to be involved with physical health. So important today. It helps you with your mental health as well. Feeling good about yourself. So that's why I knew having this conversation, you see how important it is. No matter what business you're in, it's important to put that into your day to get yourself to a different level for sure. Now, Matt, let's talk about lead generation. How do you generate your leads? A lot of people sometimes pay for leads. Some people, do other things. What are some things that you might share with those that are watching?
Everything pretty much now is organic. I do a great deal with social media. What I try to do with social media is I try to work, things that are fun, into what I'm doing. When I was selling real estate at a very high level a couple of years ago, I'd put up about real estate instead of, hey, look at me at this, hey, look at me at that. I might do something like take a videotape and Mark, as a home inspector, you'll appreciate this, of a garage door opener that was held up with bungee cords, right? And, the button and the things bang, 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 and then the phone and go. So meet with my sellers about the little things for your first showing. This would be one of them. And then go back to the opener slamming up and down, or things like that. It's bringing humor to the situation, while at the same time, and you, Mark, you touched on it. It's our job to remind them, right, of what we do, because you become irrelevant if you don't, if you're not out there right. So it's about how you go out there right. So I'm posting something funny that gets a bunch of reactions, but really, psychology I'm doing is reminding people, hey, Matt's a real estate broker, so when real estate comes up, front of mind. That's one item. There's lots of other ones, and it can be done in today's world for like nothing.
So true. Mm-hmm. And you're buying brain cells. That's what you're doing. You're consistently putting content out there. You're buying brain cells. Charlie, thanks for joining us. Jono, thanks for joining us. We appreciate everyone that's watching. If you're watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay. And if you are involved in a business, drop a comment in this live so we can connect with you. Mark, what are some other lead generations that you might do specifically?
So again, for me, I think, my biggest lead generator was probably Facebook. I connected with a lot of realtors, and I've connected with a lot of people in my business. And for me, like Matt said, it's always So I start my morning on my first inspection. I take a picture of myself on the roof, you know, getting up there. Hey, I'm in the midst of it. And I continue it through the day. If I'm doing 3 inspections a day, I'm taking 3 pictures of the day. Now, people are like, hey, Mark's out there. He's killing and he's doing this. And these people come to me because I'm so out there. They see my face all over the place. They see my post. I'm posting all day. And it just, I mean, it goes a long way. You know, I joined group after group after group. I put my little, you know, my little ads out there and stuff like that. And I think as a business too, I think branding is huge for your business too. I mean, that and customer service. Another thing that I do, you know, I have my Google page and all that, my business page. I ask every one of my clients for a review. Okay. So when I get those reviews, I ask them for one on Facebook and I ask for one Google review. Now I'm getting business organically because people are doing search engines. I mean, anything is done through the phone these days. I mean, people want to do something. They pick up their phone, they Google it. Hey, home inspector. I come up high now. Monmouth County, I'm probably top, you know. So you look at home inspector, I'm getting home inspection leads from that. Facebook, like I said, I'm always out there. People that don't even know me, they're just recommending me. Hey, Mark's always out there. Mark Helber, and these are people I've never done business with. So, like I said, just being able to be consistent with your posts, you really just got to be consistent in what you do. And, you know, at the end of the day, it'll just, you know, it's like a snowball effect.
No, I totally agree with you guys. It's so important. And a lot of people think, those that are watching, what am I going to do on video? What kind of post am I going to do? And why do people want to watch what I do? People are nosy. They like to know what you are doing throughout your day. And if you're successful, and you don't have to have the flashy cars and the watches and all these, you know, big mansions and stuff. You can just share what your daily life is. I love it how Mark was saying you start your day if you're on top of a roof and you're saying, hey, I'm at so-and-so, because you're showing that you're actually working. That's why I always do. If I get a phone call and I get a lead, I don't care if the lead even closes or not. I always put it out there. Hey, thanks so much, Matt, for the recommendation for a homeowner's insurance quote. Why do I do it? Because now it's, you know, showing that I have business happening. You know, people, you talk to a salesperson, and you say, oh, how's everything going? And they're always saying, I'm crushing it. I'm doing great. Even though they're broke, they have no leads coming in. They don't even know when the next deal is going to close. That's not how you want to live your life. You want to have consistency. You want to have that. I have a lot of abundance, a lot of leads coming in. I'm helping others first. You're recommending others. That's how you get a lot of leads as well. You know, that's why I went on the connection machine, AKA the insurance doctor. Anyone could do insurance, but I can help you grow your business. I can get you in front of people. Like people watching right now know Mark now because of me. They know Matt because of me. This is how powerful that many people can use video and do this. And it's not like I'm a guru. It's just I consistently do this and I focus on helping others first. That's so important. And that's where all your leads can come in on social media. I love how Mark was saying, and Matt does and uses Facebook as well. Everyone uses Facebook. It's like crack. Every morning they go onto it. And if you're on it consistently, use the stories as well. Drop stuff into stories because it's like a billboard, the first thing they see every morning, afternoon, night, whatever, whenever they get on their Facebook. So it's so important. Now, I love social media. And I use social media for my networking. I used to take people online, offline, and have a meeting or a meetup every month for months. We did it for a year and a half. And then COVID hit and we can't do any of those lives. So I upped my game as far as networking online. What are some ways that you're networking online to grow your business, Mark?
Geez, so I try to bring on 50 to 100 new people into my, you know, I'll friend request. I don't know these people, but they're potential clients down the road. If I see you're a realtor, hey, I'm going to push that button, request you, you know. That's just grow your network. In this business, whatever you do, networking is everything. You need to network with like people that are hungry, motivated, and want to do good business, you know.
No, I agree with you. Be careful with the 100. If you can keep it to, and those that are watching, I teach this too. So I'll share some value here. You should do it morning, lunchtime and at night. Do 25 friend requests in the morning, 25 in the middle of the day, and 25 at night. If you go, and I used to go balls to the wall, and then you end up in Facebook jail because Zuckerberg will shut you down because you're too aggressive. And I applaud that. I'd rather get shut down because that's what got me to where I was at. But if wherever your friends list is on Facebook, a lot of people say, I only know 200 people. That's fine. I'm not using Facebook for people that know me now. they're going to get to know who I am. So that's where you grow your, whatever you start with, to the max of 5,000. And then you start deleting. Like I'm always deleting. A way of delete, every happy birthday, every day you get that notification. If I sent somebody a messenger and they never replied to me a year ago on their birthday, and I'd hit delete. They're not serious about me. They're not valuable to me. And it's a business. They didn't do anything. They didn't engage. So that's how important it is for me. And Matt, what about you on networking online? Matt.
Yeah, same thing. And I'm at that point now too, where it took years to build up the friend list of, I hover around 4,900, 4,950. I want to keep it below the 5,000. But now it's a matter of refining that, right? I do the same thing. I'll go through and, I'll see someone and I've got, 300 mutual friends. Well, I know I don't have 300 mutual friends because I don't know them that well. And I'll go through and I'll knock out 20 or 30 of them. Because now what I'm doing is I'm refilling that pool now that I've gotten to that point, I'm refilling that pool with people that I actually have a connection with. So then the goal is to get to that point where I've got, 4,000 or 5,000 that, I actually have a connection with. Yesterday, and being involved in different groups, I'm part of this thing called Grand Monadnock, and it's a group of people that's passionate about the mountain. Well, we hooked up yesterday I met Joe Grimaldi, Wendy Quinn, Eric Chandler, and Anthony. And we went for a 6-hour hike together. I've never met these people in my life, but we have a shared passion, which is the mountain. So I took something that didn't know them. We had a mutual connection on Facebook. We went out and we did something that is perfectly designed for socially distance. We're outdoors in Mother Nature, right? And took that virtual world to the real world, but then also have this connection with people now. It's a true connection. It's not just, it's not business. It's like, we have a shared passion, the outdoors and hiking. Well, guess what? My network just went boom. And it's not my network that counts. Mm-hmm. It's my network's network. Right. So that's when you start seeing that huge number of people, so it's not your network. You want to remind them, it's their network you're after. You want them to be your marketing department. Your network is your marketing department, getting them, because word of mouth in anything, whether it's home inspections. I've been doing this. I've probably done 1,500 home inspections in my career. Right. And I've seen a ton of home inspectors, and I've told home inspectors, come along, this is what you do and you can be successful. And I've watched them just boom. So I'm not surprised at all, Mark, that you're doing what you're doing. And as we're talking, one of my top agents up here, his name is Dan Patrone. Well, you know where he's licensed? New Jersey. So my first thought, and all the people that are buying houses in New Hampshire right now, a lot of them, where they're from? New Jersey. So right away, I'm like, yep, Mark and I got to get together and talk. Even though you're an inspector in New Jersey, I'm a real estate broker and hotel guy up here in New Hampshire. There's reason for us to be connected.
Yep,
100%. Networks just went up.
Explosion, exponential growth for a simple live for a half hour. This is how powerful this is, because it's not just my friends. My friends get to know who you guys are, and your friends get to know who we are. And that's how powerful this all is. And people, it's funny. Oh, I have to have it perfect. I'm going to script things. We're not scripting anything. We talked about 3 different topics. We rocked out whatever is on our minds, which is major value. And if people don't like what they hear from us now, they're not going to do business with us. And then we don't need to do business with them. We don't have to do business with everybody, but we want to do business with those that know and trust us that we're going to do a great job. And that's why I appreciate you guys coming on today. Mark, is there any final thoughts that you have that you want to share with everyone today?
Another thing that's huge for me, and I got to say this from the bottom of my heart, is customer service, follow-up. People love to be treated great. With home inspections, I don't just give a home inspection. Okay, I make those people feel comfortable through the process. I don't come in and just write a report and tell them to get away from me. I embrace my clients when I'm there. I go further steps than just doing a home inspection as well. I'm going to give you a tutorial of your home, show you how everything works, if it's changing the HVAC filter or even changing the water filter in your home. A lot of people I deal with are first-time home buyers, never owned a home, don't know how to do this stuff. And I go those extra steps to show them. Now the realtors watch me and they're wowed. They say, Mark, I've never seen anybody do a home inspection like this. I mean, you took my clients, you went above and beyond for them. I need your card. I went from doing, home advisor, paying for leads, and that got me my foot in the door with my first couple realtors. And once they started seeing the job and the customer service I was giving their clients, I mean, it took off for me. I mean, it was like a wildfire that just went. So, I mean, honestly, treating your customers like gold and going the extra step for them is going to pay rewards, over and over and over.
You built that relationship and just keep spiraling with the same type of relationship. So that's awesome, Mark. Matt, any final thoughts?
Whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing it with, be present. Just, we're so caught up in this world of, stuff that happened back there or something I got to go do next. Whatever you're doing with your client, be present with them, because that follows the mark what you just said, about people, when you're present with people and they feel that, they're going to feel an even stronger connection to you, and you're going to get so much more out of it versus your head being somewhere else, so it's nice, like this half an hour, whatever we're on today, and I've had to pull myself back a few times. I know you guys probably have it too. You got something in your head, right? You had something you have to do, a kid, a job or something, it's very easy to get gone. Right. So I guess that would be the best advice is whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing with, be present, and it'll pay dividends to you because people know when you're present.
Totally correct. I appreciate that. And how do they get in contact with you, Mark?
My website, homeguardusa.com. You could definitely find me on Facebook. You could Google me. Google HomeGuard Home Inspections. We are 5-star rated. And that's another thing, I'm so passionate about what I do that my clients, I get, reviews that are just, that touch me here. Like people go out of their way to write me a 3-paragraph review of how good I did that inspection for them or how I left them feeling. And, that's the reward at the end of the day. So.
Thank you so much, Mark, for spending time with us today. And Matt, how do they get in contact with you?
A bunch of different ways. The same thing. I mean, if you Google Matthew Cabana, Realtor in New Hampshire, you'll find me there. Xplore, XPLORE, monadnock.com is the new one. The Birchwood Inn, Temple, New Hampshire. But if you Googled Matthew Cabana, Realtor, New Hampshire, you find me. And then we can introduce you to a whole bunch of cool stuff up here.
No, I appreciate you guys. Question from Matt Wilson. Charlie, not sure. Charlie, thanks for those that are watching. If you guys have any questions for any of us, definitely drop it in the comments. We will definitely get back to you. We appreciate you guys, spending some time with us today and taking some time out of your day and just dropping value. So I appreciate you guys. Definitely we'll meet up whenever we can get to live again.
Hi, Amy.
And and if you guys can go back into the live and drop your contact information, check out Cabana's. He's got this Explorer video, man. Holy crap. Like it takes video to a different level for productions, and he's doing it and sharing this mountain, and it has something to do with real estate too. It's not just real estate. That's what a lot of realtors start doing, posts or emails or videos about them, and it's helping the whole community. So that's how powerful. Definitely going to check that video out. Drop that in the comments after, Matt. That'd be awesome for everyone to see.
Yeah, I'd like to check it out.
I appreciate you guys. I hope everybody has an awesome rest of their day.
Hey, Sean, thank you for having us on the show. Really appreciate it.
You got it, guys.
Thank you, Sean. And Mark's Connect afterwards, introduce you to Dan, but who knows, maybe working in the area where his old office was.
Hey, we
You
do
never
all
know.
in New Jersey, so.
All right, we'll
No
connect
doubt.
on that.
All right, guys.